Hey, step inside that booth, get loose, knock out a nigga tooth, man. It is your boy 503 Lion, back at it again with another one. Early morning hunt, hot boxing topics. Let's get right to it. So, this is a direct response to my brother, Junior the Truth, and Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Junior the Truth had a good show this morning, Trouble Man Tuesday, where he basically talked about the current state of boxing, the promoters, the managers, the advisors, the fighters, and the fans. And he went into a whole build about this Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford situation, and guys like myself and people in the community and fight fans all across the world going back and forth, this whole Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford situation. And this is my initial response. And this is just my personal opinion on why big fights don't happen in boxing. Because I said in the chat, I said to Junior, the Bud Crawford fans are mad because they can't use Errol Spence's name until further notice, because he's fighting Yordanis Ugas next. So now we're trying to figure out what Bud Crawford is going to do, right? So my big bro Supreme said, nah, 503. Oh shit. Now 503, we just mad because the big fights are not happening in boxing, right? So my response to Red, first things first, which is my brother Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, got love for my bro. When are the biggest fights in boxing getting made? Supreme, Cadillac Red. When are these fights getting made, bro? What? Once or twice every year? We have not had real big fights, like back-to-back big fights where the best are fighting the best since Floyd Mayweather era in the early 2000s. And if you want to go a step further back, you got to go to the 90s, when it was the Mike Tyson Holyfield era, when it was Lennox Lewis, when it was Roy Jones. Like, this post-Floyd Mayweather era was a gift and a curse. Yes, Floyd Mayweather laid out a blueprint to help fighters get more money. You know what I'm saying? He aligned himself with Al Heyman, and these guys, they set out a great business model and a great business plan for fighters to get paid and for their business to do good. I'm for the fighters getting paid, but at the same fucking time, I want the best fighting the best. And PBC, Top Rank, and Golden Boy, and Matchroom, and all these other promoters are having a hard time making the best fights possible. Point in being, you look back at last year or this year, right? Tank Davis is not fighting Devin Haney. You go further back. Wilder did not fight Anthony Joshua. Canelo did not fight Demetrius Andrade, Jermall Charlo. And Jared Hurd did not fight. That is an in-house fight. We still have not seen Arthur Beterbiev unify with Joe Smith Jr. That's an in-house fight. My point that I'm trying to make is that we cannot blame and act like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is the source of this problem, bro, because they're not the source of the problem. Yes, this is the biggest fight that people want to see right now. Yes, I understand that. But what about Wilder AJ? What about that fight? Why we never got to see that fight? Why we never got to see Wilder versus Andy Ruiz, another in-house fight? Right? We didn't get to see AJ Tyson Fury. It's a bunch of fights that we did not get to see, bro. So we can't put all our frustrations, whether you are Errol Spence fan, you're a Terrence Crawford fan, or you're a fan of both. You cannot sit up here and say, oh, it's because we not seeing the biggest fights. That's why I'm mad at Earl Spence. So that's why I'm mad at Terrence Crawford. It's not their fault, bro, that you not seeing the biggest fights, bro. It's the business of boxing. It's the suits. It's the guys that's making all this shit behind the scenes, man. Yes, the fighters are partially responsible, bro. But it's the advisors, it's the managers, it's the promoters, it's the networks that are doing this bullshit. And as fans, as vloggers, as YouTubers, as media, whether you new media, black media, independent media, whatever you want to call yourself, it's our job to present all this fuckery to the public. And however you want to spin it, slice it or dice it, that's upon you. But I'm not finna sit up here and blame two fighters and say, oh, it's because we not getting the biggest fights. Well, shit, we can say that about all these other dudes that's not fighting. Yes, I want to see Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford fight. Yes, I want to see that fight. I want to see it now. But am I supposed to be mad at Earl Spence because he told y'all he was going to fight Yordenis Ugas? He told y'all he was going to get all the belts on the PBC. That is what he said. Am I supposed to be mad at Terrence Crawford for getting out his contract and talking shit and trying to make these fights happen now? Am I supposed to be mad at Terrence Crawford for doing some of the things that he did? No, bro. It is both of their faults why this fight didn't happen. Terrence Crawford re-signed with Top Rank. Earl Spence wanted to fight all the guys on PBC and get all the belts over there. So yes, it's both of their faults, but it's their team's fault as well, and they take majority of the blame. It's Al Heyman, Bob Arum, PBC, Top Rank, Fox, ESPN fault for not coming together and getting the business done, bro. Because Earl Spence and Bud could have been fought. When Bud re-signed with Top Rank, instead of fighting Amir Khan, guess what? He could have fought Earl Spence Jr. He could have fought that fight. But he didn't. Because Bob wanted to put him somewhere else. Instead of Earl Spence fighting Mikey Garcia, he could have fought Terrence Crawford. Instead of him fighting Danny Garcia, he could have fought Terrence Crawford. He could have, bro. That fight could have happened years ago. So I'm not finna just put and throw them guys under the bus because we not getting the biggest fights in boxing. It's not their fault that we not getting the biggest fights in boxing. It's their fault that they not fighting each other, but it's not their fault that we not getting the biggest fights. Because all these guys are responsible for their own careers, but it's also in the business interests of their teams to make the biggest fights and get the biggest paydays. Point blank and period, bro. Yes, I want to see the best fights. Yes, I want to see Terrence Crawford fight big names. Yes, I want to see Earl Spence fight big names. But I'm not finna blame and put all the blame on just them, bro. Because it's a joint effort. They have teams. They have managers. You know what I'm saying? They have advisors. They have promoters. Earl Spence is his own promoter. But it's still on his team to get the business done. Point blank and period, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, in 2022, man, my main goal, bruh, is just to focus on what needs to be focused on as far as the weekly fights, the hot topics in boxing, and giving you my opinion from a logical standpoint, trying not to be as biased, even though I am biased when it comes to certain things. I'm trying to be as straightforward as possible. Sometimes I might come off a little hard or a little harsh, but my intentions are good. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Earl Spence fight Terrence Crawford. But like I said, in my live stream. I wanted to see Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford for Undisputed. I feel like it's 10 times bigger for Undisputed. All right? Errol Spence was always trying to be undisputed. Bud Crawford was undisputed at 140, and I think it'll be better if he's a 2-time undisputed champion in multiple weight divisions and a 3-time champion. I just think it's bigger for undisputed. That's it. That's all, man. And we got to do better, and we got to be better as a team of fight fans to push for the best fight and the best. I don't give a damn, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck we got to do. We just got to be better as a group, as a community of fight fans, whether you black, white, Mexican, Asian, whatever the fuck you are. We got to be a better group of people to push for the best fighting the best. That's it. That's all. I don't give a damn what side of the street you on, what fighter you like. If you like boxing first and then boxer second, you should push for boxing to be great. And the only way boxing will be great is if you get the best fights, bro. It's your boy 503 Line, man. I'm up out of here, man. Y'all follow me on all my social media handles on the outro, man. Peace out.
I'm still Adrian the Problem Brawner, the can man. Anybody can get it. Africans, I just beat the fuck out of a Mexican.
Boy, just be yourself. If people don't like it, if you're being yourself, fuck them.
Message.